our top story. On Friday, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie vetoed a bill that would have legalized same-sex marriage. In fairness, Christie vetoes any bill that doesn't also include a free 20-piece chicken McNuggets.
On Thursday, the Al-Qaeda terrorist known as the Underwear Bomber was sentenced to life in prison. His cellmate promised that from now on, bombs won't be the only thing in his underwear.
Rick Santorum has received an endorsement from Dave Mustaine of Megadeth. Meanwhile, Ron Paul has received an endorsement from Regular Death.
A California man is suing Starbucks, claiming they did not hire him for a position because he only has one arm. Ironically, the man's condition came about when he bought a grand latte that cost an arm and a leg.
Investigators have asked Whitney Houston's doctors to provide them with copies of the late singer's drug records. So the doctors have given them copies of every record Whitney's made in the past 20 years.
For her funeral, Whitney Houston's body was flown back to New Jersey on Tyler Perry's private jet. The trip marked the first time anyone has been in a Tyler Perry vehicle without being ashamed.
And now, where hard news meets Hollywood, here with the entertainment news is our very own Pepper Jenkins.
These dolls look exactly like us, except they actually have a purpose. I do nothing. Time for tea.
Pip, pip. Cool. So, Ice-T turned 54 on Thursday. He celebrated by drinking a lemonade, which turned him into Arnold Palmer.
Rosie O'Donnell after she said she's afraid of them. In her defense, compared to Rosie, everyone's a little person.
You know, I bet they're just as afraid of her.
I'm afraid of all fat people. I'm from LA.
Makes sense. A man eating at Vegas's Heart Attack Cafe was rushed to the hospital when he actually suffered a heart attack. Commented the man,
"When I get out of the hospital, I'm heading straight to the Blowjob Cafe."
A Canadian company has launched a line of scratch and sniff men's pants. which is perfect for men who want people with long fingernails attacking their crotch.
You know, actually, my husband kind of likes it when I slash at his junk. You know, he likes it.
Your husband's Emo Phillips.
Exactly. Oh, yes, me. A mom in central China gave birth to a 15-pound baby, but due to Chinese government regulations, she was only allowed to keep 8 pounds.
The first ski-through Starbucks has opened near Lake Tahoe. The venture was suggested after an employee bet that Starbucks couldn't possibly get any whiter.
According to New York Magazine, the new trend in Brooklyn cafes is baby chinos, or cappuccinos for babies. Commented a Brooklyn baby.
Yeah, I drink baby chinos to deal with my friggin' baby hangover. I also drink baby teenies, my cries, wine spelled with a friggin' H, cause I'm a cranky bitty baby.
The FCC has adopted new rules restricting the use of robocalls. The rules also restrict RoboCop from getting drunk and calling his ex-girlfriend.
And now, with an in-depth look at one of this week's big stories, is the segment that's twice as important as AC 360, TSW 720.